this tension needs to be held, needs to be stepped into. We all have a desire for greatness, and we have a vision for what that looks like, and a contribution we want to make with our work. I think that's in every one of us. And we work to pay the mortgage. I do. I got kids in college, 2 boys. My retirement fund is a long way from, secure. And so part of why I work is to secure the future. And if we work in large organizations, it gets pretty clear we're better off if we're higher. We're, higher paying positions. It's easier to fund my financial security net. And if we want to move up, and we want to move up safely, then we are caught in this notion we have to maintain, win, gain the approval of people around us, especially higher ups. To fall from grace, to lose credibility with key stakeholders, bosses, higher ups, not good for the career. And so there's a choice, a fundamental orienting choice. Do we orient our life on safety, or do we orient our life on the purpose which somehow seems to want to come through? Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote from prison, Nazi concentration camp prison. He said, the opposite of security is peace. If we orient on security, we remain constantly insecure. And it's counterintuitive. If we orient on what matters most, we end up in a self-authoring frame of mind. We have our security in our own hands. We actually feel more secure. The wish, however, is for a safe place to be great. Whoops. And there isn't one, frankly. One of my colleagues says, and there's also no great way to be safe. So, okay. To lead is to live at the edge, to step into this tension, take it on, the inherent risk of leadership, and work your doubts, fears, take them on, enter them, engage them directly. So there's 2 currents I think of when I think about the process of transformation. 2 currents you get good at navigating. 1, the ascending current. We looked at that. Orienting toward our highest aspirations. And then the descending current. How do we move into, toward, engaging all that stuff that comes up that has us playing too small? Get good at both, energy can flow. It's like the light switch. You throw a light switch, you connect the positive pole to the negative pole. That's all you do is connect them. Energy flows. You disconnect either one, energy stops flowing. Disconnect from the spark, body fills with dense smoke. Not work your fears, you don't evolve into higher order capacity to be a more powerful vehicle for the vision. And so this is the transformative churn or process, if you will. And it's an acquired taste. It's a hero's journey. We know the story of Jonah, right? This is a hero's journey myth. Jonah's walking along one day, minding his own business, and God says, I want you to go to Nineveh and be my leader. Jonah says, you got to be kidding. They'll hand me my head if I go in there. Speak for you. This is our primitive fear in organizations. If I stand up, I'll get shot. Same variation on that. God says, probably not ready yet. So what happens? A whale comes up and swallows him. Not sure how this happens, but he ends up in the belly of the beast, which is perfect metaphor for what? For this descending process. It's descent in service of transcendence, right? This is the notion. So we don't know what happened for Jonah in there, but it's a pretty good bet that he was stewing for a while in lots of digestive juices. Which again is a perfect metaphor. The old self needs to be digested, the ingredients of which get reconfigured into nourishment for the emerging self, right? So it's a metamorphosis process. It's a disintegration, reintegration process. The butterfly is a perfect metaphor for this. When the larva goes into the cocoon, if you cut open the cocoon at periodic places, there's a point at which there's nothing there but gelatinous goo. And then it reforms and reconfigures into higher order, so you get the metaphor, higher order form, butterfly. And so we think that this may be what Jonah's going on here.